So Prince William and Kate Middleton took part in a public meeting. Prince William was asked, do you think the royal family is a racist family? And he gives some really strong non-verbal communication signals about what was really going on inside his head. And that's what we're going to cover today on this short video. Alright, so the Meghan Markle thing, the situation, the Oprah interview, it continues to rumble on, especially across here in the UK. It is causing different teams, it is causing people to argue in the street, you know, Team Meghan, Team Royal Family. I mean, let me know which team you are on. If you are indeed on one, let me know in the comments below. We've also had Piers Morgan, one of the co-anchors for one of the biggest news shows in the UK, walked from his job because of the response, because of the feeling of a lot of people that Piers was being unfair. I'll class it as that, okay? Unfair towards Meghan Markle. There's been some other labels appropriated to Piers as well. But what I'm going to specifically do here is ask a question about Prince William, all right? Because Prince William, let's face it, was mentioned in the Oprah interview. Specifically, you know, what is the relationship like with your brother? That was the question that was posed to Prince Harry. And here what we've got is Prince William and Kate Middleton on the first public outing since the interview. And what we get is a reporter directly asking, do you think the royal family is a racist family? And what I'd like to do is just break it down into three key areas here. All right, three key areas. Remember the T-junction. T-junction, what is said, what is asked, what is thought of at that particular moment, and how does the body react? 2 seconds before, 2 seconds after. That's what we're looking at, that sort of time frame there. And you'll see the first part that I want to do. Remember, William has got a baseline, so the video is about 3 minutes long. And an emotional baseline is what do we do on average most of the time? You've got an emotional baseline in any given situation. Now, depending on the situation, your emotional baseline may change. But on average, you will display the same type of non-verbal communications. All right, non-verbal communications. You've got the same ways about you. So if we do anything above or if we do anything below, that's when we're going to dig that a little bit deeper. Why was the change there? All right, why was the change there? And the first glimpse that we get to William not being happy, I'm keeping it very, you know, very blasé, very calm here, it's an evocative subject, is when he's asked, have you spoke to Prince Harry?
About anything.
Sir, have you spoken to your brother since the interview?
And what we get here is the parental eye raise. Okay, is the parental eye. Now this shows anger, this shows frustration, desperation at what Prince Harry has said, what Prince Harry has done. The spotlight that, you know, has been shone onto the royal family. And again, you'll understand this if you're a parent. Or if you've just been annoyed with anybody, because at the moment when he is asked, have you spoke to Prince Harry? He says, no, but I will be. And it's the eyebrows raised. Remember, we've actually got a mask on here, so it's very hard to give body language from that facial area. The mask's here, but watch his eyes. Now, if you watch the video a little bit before, there's no furrowing of the brow. Okay, two things. The eyes go bigger, and there's that furrowing of the brow. That's quite easy to see. At least it would be if it was a better quality video. But you can still see the furrowing of the brow because William hasn't got any hair.
About anything.
Sir, have you spoken to your brother since the interview?
No, I haven't spoken to him yet, but I will do. No, I haven't spoken to him yet, but I will do. No, I haven't spoken to him yet, but I will do. No, I haven't spoken to him yet, but I will do.
So that furrowing of the brow and that raising, it's almost that nod that he does. It's no, I haven't, but you can bet your bottom dollar that I will do.
No, I haven't spoken to him yet, but I will do.
That is a very much, I am annoyed and I shall be having a chat with him. Now, there's no empathy there. All right, there's no empathy. That's the key. And I'm not saying there should be, I'm not saying there shouldn't be. You've been annoyed before. Maybe William is annoyed with Harry at the way he's done things or the methods of communication that he's chosen to engage with, okay? So it's not a bad thing that he's annoyed, but he's definitely shown that he's not happy. He's displeased with the subject of Harry. That's why we get the furrowing of the brow and that's why we get the raised eyes. That parent, yeah, I haven't seen him, but I will. It's almost a threat. Like, you can absolutely guarantee that I will.
No, I haven't spoken to him yet, but I will do.
The second behaviour we're looking at here as an adjustment. Now again, in order to be fair and balanced, William is probably alert, all right? Highly sensitised to the fact that somebody's going to ask him about the interview. So when we think about things, when we've got that cerebral state, again, see yourself in here. Whether you've got a threat in front of you or whether you're thinking about the threat. Yeah, you could be going to do some public speaking. And just the thought of having to get up onto a stage can bring about those galvanic skin responses, you know, the sweaty palm, the dry mouth, the trembles, all right? So William is probably ultra aware that somebody is going to ask him a question. So the reporters asked him about Harry, all right? That is the trigger. That is the trigger. William then starts to process, and he said the thalamus, the amygdala, the pituitary gland, etc., the adrenal push, yeah, that this question could be coming. And it does, but what we see is the adjustment of the mask. Now, this could be, let's be fair and balanced, just because he's uncomfortable, but it's the fact that he didn't do it before, watch the whole video, didn't do it after. At that moment where he's asked about Harry, he gives the response and then he starts to adjust the mask as the reporter starts to ask the next question.
Is the royal family a racist family, sir? Is the royal family a racist family, sir? Is the royal family a racist family, sir?
You've done this before. You know, if you feel uncomfortable, you might be going for a job interview. You'll sit outside and you'll readjust yourself. Yeah? If someone's offended you, one of the behaviours that we display, our humanistic traits, is to readjust ourselves. It's reframing. We're trying to make ourselves feel better. This is what presents itself here when William is asked the question, or at least the start to ask the question. He knows what's coming, and you, oh boy, it does.
Is the royal family a racist family, sir?
And then the next observable bit of data that we can see from a non-verbal communication perspective is when the hands come together, all right, when the hands come together. When the report asks him, do you think the royal family is a racist family? That obviously is a threat. That's not a nice question. All the cameras are on him, okay? So let's have some empathy. Let's actually try to walk a little few steps in that person's shoes first. But then what you see is, even he's saying no, the royal family is not a racist family. It's all in the hands what he is feeling, okay? And it comes together in the form of a prayer initially. The hands coming together. Didn't do it before, hasn't done it after. At the moment where he's feeling that turbulence, that uncomfortableness, that, okay, maybe it's that globber sensation. How do I answer this question? Okay, he's a human with a head and heart. That's where you see the hands come together. First and foremost, that is a self-soothe. Hey, come on, William, you're okay. You're okay, I've got you. This is what he's telling himself. All right, that's soothe. And there's a bit of a ring there, okay? Bit of hand wringing going on. But then you'll notice what actually, he's not coming together like this. He comes like that. Now that is protection, okay? That is protection. Undeniably, undoubtedly, he has protected something there. He's speaking about the royal family. The royal family is not a racist family. There's a self-soothe, but he brings his hand down, okay? Really important. He brings his hand down to protect something. And then watch what he does with his lower hand. Boom! The fingers come round. The clasp, okay? I've got this tight. That's what that means. I've got this tight. Is the royal family a racist family, William? The royal family is not a racist family. Self-soothe, clasp of protection. Hand comes down, I'm protecting something. Hand comes over, boom, behavioural cluster.
No, we're very much not a racist family. No, we're very much not a racist family. No, we're very much not a racist family.
Prince William is definitely protected the royal family. I was speaking to somebody today about this. I said, Bruce, I didn't notice the hands clasp. I didn't notice the fact that the hands come on top of each other. I said, well, you wouldn't. You're not believing Bruce. But remember, body language is something that you can all get better at. It's just about turning the volume down, watching what's going on around you, turning that volume down, turning everything down. You're seeing what is the body doing. Try it on the TV. Next time you watch something, turn the volume down. You'll be amazed at the information, the extra data that you can become aware of. When you just turn that volume down, you be quiet, you utilise your eyes. What does that body language tell me? Does it look comfortable or uncomfortable? Remember, those are the two pillars that we tend to focus at first. And then if you see comfort or you see discomfort, right, rewind it back. Put the volume up. What was going on at that particular point there? And if you've done that with William's video here, You're going to say, well, what was his hands doing? Why was he forming that prayer? Why was that class coming over? Put the volume up. No, the royal family is not a racist family. So remember, please subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in body language, psychology, anything to do with the head and the heart, then this is the channel for you. Also, comment below what other videos you would like me to cover. If it's relevant, if there's anything more on Meghan and Harry you specifically would like to ask, let me know below. I'm trying to create a real community feeling here on the Believe in Bruce channel. I've started up the live shows. Hopefully every Thursday moving forward, we will be brave enough to have a live show. If you've got any information, if you've got any stories, if you've got a story and you'd like to take part in the live show, connect with me at Believe in Bruce 360 on Instagram. Tell me about you. Tell me what ideas you've got. I'm really interested in the next year of connecting on a stronger basis with my audience. Last week's live show about Piers Morgan was fantastic. Piers Morgan, Meghan Markle, the callers were coming in. We had some real debate. I challenged the callers as well, and they accepted those challenges. Remember, around the campfire, that's the new philosophy that I'm working to. I've been utilising it in the corporate market now for 15 years. Bringing people together around the campfire. Doesn't matter how controversial your opinion is. The more time we spend, be quiet, listening to other people's opinions, challenging their opinions, but telling stories effectively around that campfire, the more we come together as a race, the more we come together as a group of people who can learn from each other, support each other, and ultimately help each other to be the best version of themselves. So yeah, please connect with me on Instagram, Believe in Bruce 360. You can connect with me on Twitter as well, at Believe in Bruce. I've also created a free resource website here. If you want to head across to believeinbruce.com, sign up to the mailing list. Every week I will be delivering some hints and tips, some really simple psychological tips, some body language tips that you can look at and it can apply immediately to help you become a better version of yourself. But more important than any of this, believe in Bruce. Please remember to be kind to yourselves and each other.